let's get through this then. I saw this TikTok of this woman talking about her trip to the zoo, and no, she wasn't talking about her trip to the zoo. It was a video of a woman at the zoo, London Zoo. At London Zoo, there is this thing called, like, the free roam spider walk. That's disgusting. But it's this walk you can do. The spiders are just out. Oh. Yeah, man. That's not good at all. At all. But they're just out there. And in her caption, she said something along the lines of, because I did it, my son was able to do it. Like, she was able to set a good example, be a model for her son, which I think is a very good quality to have. Not just a very good one to have, one that is vital and that is needed when you decide you want to become a parent. And I was thinking, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that. I need to stop with the filler words and just sit in the silence. I don't have the want to do that for a child. I don't. If life required me to pluck up my courage, set a good example for my child, and walk through a thing of spiders, a cave of spiders, I'm not doing that. This all made me think about what it is to be a parent and these certain qualities that your children model after you, and how you're supposed to be an example, you're supposed to be a role model to your children. When you decide to have children, that is what you are accepting. One of the parts of the responsibility of having a child, that is what you accept. And I think about how that lack of want to do that comes from me, I'm not surprised by it, because as a child, like literally since, I thought I just heard my cat, literally since I had my first sibling, I was hearing, oh, they have to look up to you. You're a role model. You're supposed to set an example. And even as a child, I thought that was weird. As a child, I was like, why would I have to set an example for them when I didn't have a sibling to set an example for me? Like, how does that make sense that now I have to set an example for them? That was my thought process as a child. But also realising that my mum was my role model and she doesn't even want to be the example for them, but she's going to be anyway because she was the example for me. What did I pick up as a child? Do you think I just picked it up out of my arse? No. And why was she so adamant for me to be the role model, for me to be the example setter? And and I would push back. And I would say, no, I'm not. And she would say, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're supposed to set an example. You're supposed to be a role model. And it got me then thinking about, first of all, either way, if I'm the role model or not, I'm going to reflect what I'm getting from you onto them. You're going to be the role model anyway. And then you're going to try and blame it on me because I'm reflecting who you are onto them. It got me thinking how, because of that situation as a child, I struggled with identity when it came to believing me about who I believe myself to be. I think a lot of it comes from me pretending as a child as well. And when I say pretending, what I really mean is masking who I am to suit others. And I had to do it a lot. I had to do it way more than I ever want to again. Because of that, I then grew up knowing who I believe myself to be, not being her, fighting off who she is. Because it was hard to trust myself, and I had struggled a lot in my earlier life. And by earlier life, I mean maybe even up until 6 years ago. 6 years ago is when I started trusting myself. But yeah, there was a lot of distrust. There was a lot of distrust within myself, distrust with other people. I didn't trust people. I wanted to trust people, but I couldn't. Not fully. Not fully. I could pretend I trusted you. I could pretend I trusted you, but no, I wouldn't have. A lot of my life was spent masking. And so masking and then with the added distrust in myself and the world around me. And then also just feeling like an outsider. As I grew older, that got really strong until the dreaded breakdown. But the breakdown was really like a starting point, because how lower can you get? You got the breakdown, the rock bottom, and then you start to climb back up, which is, 2019. 2019, 2018, 2019. 2018 was the breakdown. Oh, God. 2018 was the breakdown. 2019 was the rock bottom. 7 to 9 months of 2019. And then I started to slowly climb back up. And it was good. The law is crazy. The law is crazy. And it's not funny, it's quite serious, actually. Some of it is funny. I am now at a place where my intuition and my trust for myself, it's like that. That's the tempo. The tempo difference between that and but recently the tempo's been, so I feel good. I feel real good about it. And it's from a place of trusting myself more, knowing who I am, believing that despite what others may perceive me as, or what they, what their beliefs are of me, or what they want me to be, my belief of myself is stronger than it's ever been. And I can really feel it. I can really feel the change. I'm a woman. And I had to get that out because I feel like there's other people out there that can understand. Yeah, 100%. There's other people that can understand. I had said something earlier, but then and it's dropped out of my head. But I know it was something along the lines of like your perception of me is not my belief. Yeah. And I stand by that. And I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. Bye.